Hello Business Central Insights users. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create new Power BI reports using the Business Central Insights semantic models. You already get a full library of ready-made reports out of the box, but the real power is that the semantic models sit underneath and are open for you to build on. Today, I'll cover the safest way to create your own reports, how to do it quickly in the Power BI service, and why we recommend Power BI Desktop for anything you want to maintain over time. In your workspace, find the semantic model for the Business Central Insights app that you're using. I'll use Sales Insights and then choose to create a new report from the drop-down menu beside the semantic model and then click Create Report. You'll land on a blank canvas that's already connected to your Business Central data through the Business Central Insights model. First, I'll select a line chart from the Visualizations pane. Then you simply drag in the fields and measures you care about. For example, let's add item profit, LCY meaning local currency, and then view that by month year. I'll scroll down and find that in the date section. Here we go. Then you can adjust it to whatever size you like. And just like that, you've got a nice line chart there. Now I'll add a matrix with the item number and description to fill the dashboard. I'll just expand that matrix out to fill the page up, as so, and then let's scroll down to item, and let's add the item number and description. There we go. And then I'll add some measures to that. Let's add the item sales revenue, followed by the cost of goods sold. Another important metric we'll add is the item profit and the item sales quantity. I'm giving you 4 powerful metrics for each of your items, all in one matrix. So what if I wanted to create another calculation or metric that would be based on the existing columns in my table? You can do that with Visual Calculations from the top right-hand side menu of the pane. Visual Calculations are DAX calculations defined and executed directly on a visual. You have a number of options, as you can see, with running sum or moving average, but let's create a custom one. Let's say we want to find out the average item profit. We'll type that in here. So average item profit, LCY. Then as that is item profit divided by quantity, we type divide and the function comes up. And then if we start typing item, you will notice only the calculations in the visual are available. We then choose item profit and then with a comma separating them, add item quantity. Lastly, close the calculation off with a bracket and then press enter. Now we have made a new column with that calculation. This feature is also available in Power BI Desktop, just so you know. So we'll go back to the report, and now if you click on an item, let's say road bicycle in the matrix, you'll see the line chart cross filter, giving instant context on how that item has performed over time. To make the page even more interactive, you can add slices. Let's quickly add one from the visualization pane for the fiscal year. So we just click on slicer here, and then we scroll down and choose fiscal year with slicer and brackets, which differentiates it as a slicer. And as you can see, you can now quickly slice into a specific year. And then let's say we could add the month to go even more granular just by dragging that in like so. And now if we open up a year, you will see you have the options for each month within that year. You can also, for example, add companies so users can flip between entities and periods without leaving the report. Additionally, you can also add filters onto this here. Let's add the salesperson. I'll just scroll down here to find salesperson name, and then you either add it here for just this page or here for all your pages if you have multiple reports you've created. Once that's done, just like that, with a click of a button, I can filter for a specific salesperson and see the metrics for them. When you're happy with your report and want to save it in the same workspace, then you just come up here to File and click File there and save this report, and then enter the name you want to give it, and then it'll be saved in your workspace for future use. If I head back into my workspace, you can now see the report you made sitting there. And then just click on that to go back in, and then you can head up to Edit and make changes to add more pages to the report using the semantic model. But reports created directly in Power BI service don't allow you to download. As you can see, it's grayed out in the drop down here. So if you care about versioning or keeping a local source file, our recommendation is to always use Power BI Desktop to build and then publish. You can also create your own dedicated workspace back on the home page by clicking Workspaces and then plus New Workspace. This allows you to build a separate app and share it only with the people who need access to those new reports. Sharing is straightforward, and we have a tutorial for this on the Sharing Apps webpage within the Help and Support Setup section. But let me now show you how to create reports in Power BI Desktop, our recommended method. Firstly, open a blank report in Power BI Desktop and connect to the published Business Central Insights semantic model by choosing Get Data and selecting Power BI semantic models. It's important to note you'll need build permissions on the semantic model to be able to create these reports. Power BI Desktop creates a live connection now to the published Power BI model. So you'll see the same tables and all the curated Business Central Insights measures. The advantage here is twofold. You have a proper source file you can store in version control, and you have access to more advanced capabilities available in Power BI Desktop when you need them. Let's create a report. You notice the similarities with the Power BI service interface we just used. First, I'll add a column chart comparing item sales and cost of goods sold. I'll firstly make the chart a lot bigger. Okay, that'll do there. And now I'll add the measures. So we're looking for the item sales and cost of goods sold. So item sales here. I'll add that into the chart. And now I'll add cost of goods sold. Just like that. Add that down there. And I'll scroll down to the date and add the fiscal quarter year. And just like that, we have a nice chart and comparisons. Now we'll add a matrix to the visualization in the other half. Again, I'll add the item sales revenue, and then also put a column in there with the sales quantity. And we'll view that by salesperson. So after I've got that there, we'll scroll down and add the salesperson name. Okay, so now that's done, you can cross-filter by clicking on a particular salesperson, and it will show their data as a percentage of the overall bar chart over here. So you can also edit the interactions by using Format on the menu along the top here, and then Edit Interactions. And then you click the Filter button just here, and it will show you all the salesperson's data solely on the chart now instead. In the Format over in the visual pane here, then you can then add data labels, or you can change colors and really refine the report to your liking. Lastly, we can create our own measures. And to do this, you click on Report Measures at the top over here on the right. You can either right click and choose new measure in the drop down, or you use the new measure option in the tabs here. You can then type in, just as we did earlier for the visual calculation, average item profit, LCY, then equals, then do divide again, and then we'll do item profit followed by item sales quantity, close the bracket, and then you'll now have the new measure over here on the right within the data pane. And then you can simply drag it across and add it to your matrix. Now that's done and you've made your reports, you can save your report as a standard PBIX file or as a PBIP file, which is a project file. PBIP files are especially useful if you want to integrate with source control tools like GitHub, allowing you to track changes, collaborate with your team, and manage version history more effectively before publishing. You can then publish the finished product back to the same workspace by using the Publish button and the tabs back in the main page here. If you publish your report to the same workspace as the standard Business Central Insights app, your custom report will sit alongside the standard Business Central Insights content unless you made your own workspace ready to be added to the app or shared with your team. A quick housekeeping note. Occasionally, when models evolve, field names may be refined. If you've built custom reports on top of the semantic model, you might need to remap a field or refresh a visual. Keeping a Power BI desktop source file makes that kind of maintenance quick and predictable. Our standard Business Central semantic models are designed to be extendable, giving you the flexibility to enhance them with new measures, columns, and tables. You can even import additional data from other sources such as SQL tables, Excel files, or Business Central web services or APIs to create even richer reports. And that's the demo complete. Let's finish up with a few key points. If you'd like more detailed guidance on creating new reports or extending our semantic models, you can always book a call with us. We're here to support you every step of the way. By building on Business Central Insights, you move faster because you're starting from a curated model. Reports that used to take days can now be created in minutes. You also get consistency with governed measures, row-level security, and multi-company handling built in, so your numbers always match. And you stay flexible and future-proof. Spin up quick views in the Power BI service, or go deeper with Power BI Desktop when you need to. Our semantic models are designed to be extendable, so you can add new measures, columns, or tables, and even bring in external sources like SQL, Excel, or Business Central APIs to enrich your reporting. So now it's your turn to build. Explore the models, create reports that matter to your business, and start unlocking faster, more confident decisions. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.